Could the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Recognition of visitors. Any visitors that'd like to be recognized? It's not a time to talk, but if you'd like to get your name in the record and say something later, maybe, no bond. Good. Commissioners' comments. Let's start with Commissioner Tino Alvarez, sir.
Sounds good. Good morning, everyone. So, hope everybody had a great couple of weeks here. It's been pretty fun, pretty active. First of all, I'd like to start out with some recognition. I'd like to recognize John Izagirty for coordinating the safe removal of a communication tower that we had at the B County Annex, which was the AKA Toledo Street Jail. Anyhow, this tower required coordination with several of contractors, the lifting contractor, which they had to bring in a large crane, AEP, and a few others. So he did a very, very good job. What made it tricky, this tower was right next to a power line, so it made it a little bit safe, but they were able to climb up there, rig it properly, and get it removed. One of the key things, this is also going to help the Pawnee Fire Department with their communication, so they're going to repurpose this tower, so we're going to assist them with better communication on the north side of B County, so that was good. Also, on the since I'm on the B County Annex, just to continue with that, we're moving forward. Things are going great. We are preparing to install the flooring installation here. Hopefully, we're going to start today delivering material, so this week we should have some flooring in. But like with any project that you're doing a renovation, we are having a few little issues with the plumbing. So it's unfortunately that during the initial inspection, the first plumber that we had didn't catch the drainage issue that we have. But luckily we have a good plumber on board here, and he's working to resolve the slow-moving water. So we cleaned it out a couple of times, and they jetted out a couple of times. And it's real cautious because the pipes are vintage. And if you put too much pressure on these, you're going to probably break them. Then it can create a bigger problem. But went well. And then thanks to Stacy with the SO, she gave me a little bit of insight on a little bit of the history of the problem that we were not made aware of during the time. But that's all part of renovation of an old building. But things are going good. I think we'll get that resolved. On the couple of GLO updates, we're going to see a report from our engineer, hopefully this week, to work towards Ms. Hanson. Yep. On solutions on how we're going to be able to put our items in and trying to meet the budgets. Hopefully we should get that report today. One of the things that I'm also going to be doing is holding a town hall meeting with the residents. Right now we're planning on this Thursday, if we can get everything together, this will allow the residents in that area to understand, what we're doing with the design, what can be done, what cannot be done, and then get all the property owners nearby so they can see what our plan is once we get started going with that. So that's coming this Thursday. With our road and bridge, kudos out to them. They have been pretty busy. In Tynan, they were patching a lot of roads. And then also one of the speed zone signs, they're prepping to get that put in. So it's a little bit of effort to get it in, but we're going to get it in with our little red perimeter around it. So that's going to help a lot of residents on one of the streets where there's a lot of speeding. Also, a little bit on the water. I had some good discussions here with a couple of our state leaders as far as, what they're in the process of trying to do and not able to do just because of the, the requirements that everyone has the right to capture water. So they're kind of limited, everyone has that right until that law really gets changed out. But very, very good discussion with both the Senate office and our representative's office. So good. With that, I'll pass it on to my right.
All right. Good morning, everyone. I hope all the moms had a great Mother's Day yesterday and celebrated, so I'm wishing you all a happy Mother's Day. I'll start off with a we had a meeting with the Bee Development Authority, and they're currently working right now to establish a few spots for some food trucks to stay out there permanently. Since we have the Navy doing touch and goes, we're kind of enticing them to come in and eat there, and also TDCJ next door would love to have some food trucks available instead of them coming into town. So that's coming along well. We're going to have, right now, we're going to start off with 2 spots out there with electrical and water hookups and everything else. So hopefully that goes off. Next, BISD gave me a call. Their school is already coming to their new school is coming to an end here. Or they're fixing to get started, and they asked me to come in. We have a half a mile of Finner Street that belongs to the county. That is their new school bus route. They're not going to use Huntington anymore. They're not going to come in from any other direction. All their buses will be coming in off of 351 and onto Finner, and then exiting out the same way. And they're going to handicaps also on that Finner Street. So I took Jonathan with me from Road and Bridge. I appreciate Jonathan going with me, and they're asking the county for more lighting and adding at least a couple of feet on each side, because those buses are 10 feet from mirror to mirror. So if they cross each other, there's not enough room, or they'll be off on the side in the dirt and things like that for safety reasons. So that's coming up. We've got more costs coming forward, and Jonathan's already working on that. I did see the plans for the new school, everything. They're going to widen their Huntington Street right in front of the park, right in front of RA Hall, because they're going to demo that old building, and they're going to make 3 lanes there, and everything is going to be funneled out going, what, southwest? No. Yes, southwest. Huntington, and everything's going to be going out there toward Fannin. So all the traffic, they're going to have to retrain everybody that takes kids out there to come in on Huntington Street. There's going to be double lane coming in, and it ought to hold over 200 cars coming in. So it ought to be I asked about that, coming in, stuff like that. So they've got their plan, so let's see if their plan works out good. But I'll bring some more items, or they're going to come to the court later on asking for the little bit of edging fixed and 2 more lights out there at least for that part. The other item, I think y'all saw some of the safety tape out in front of the north end of the courthouse. We had a huge limb break out there. I think the judge has a report on what's going to happen there, but Johnny Sagiri, Road and Bridge, worked real hard to get all that cleaned up. One limb just broke. It was rotted off, and I believe the arborist that took a look at that are recommending that it come down for safety reasons. So there's another report coming, and we'll bring that to the court. I attended the fallen officer ceremony at TDCJ. It was very well attended. Sheriff was there, City PD was there. There was lots of folks out there at that fallen. I had never been to their ceremony before, but they had like a dozen officers that lost their lives from last year to this year, and their ceremony was pretty awesome to watch. So I was out there. Big shout out to Chief Russell Kirk and all of his extra duties. Thank you, sir, for getting our generator fired back up last night. That he MacGyvered that. Our generator went out for a little bit last night, and he and a couple of guys troubleshoot it and found out it was a new battery that was in there. So thank you, sir, for doing the extra work. I'm sure the sheriff will give you an hour or so early off. Commissioner, with that, I'll pass my duties.
I'll go last, sir, if you would.
Good morning. I attended the what they call the Jamaica in Tynan at the church called Bingo for them. That's the first time I had gone to that. Commissioner Olivares was there as well, helping set up and all that good stuff. That was interesting and well attended.
It was.
It was very well attended. It was pretty interesting and all that good stuff. So anyway, I also did a movie night for Trinity Chapel in town. They're having a fundraiser to try to raise money to send their kids to church camp, and that was very well attended. And also was invited to the Coastal Plains to attend the recognition of April being the Sexual Assault Month. They really try to encourage everyone. It's a horrible, horrible crime, and if you've been a victim, they really encourage people to not be afraid to report it. So they really try to get that out there. Also, I want to congratulate Patty Cox. She is the owner of the yogurt shop. She put on the first successful car show, and there was a lot of cars all the way from the yogurt shop down to the light down here, both sides of the street. She's very excited about doing next year already, so kudos to her for getting that done. Also, I want to thank Road and Bridge on the corner of Yar and Villarreal. That was a really bad spot they got taken care of, as well as fixed quite a few driveways all around Blueberry Hill, installed some culverts on Ridgeway, and picked up brush around the entire precinct, and to let everyone know that the mowers will be out in Precinct 1 starting this week. With that, I will pass it back to my left.
Thank you, Commissioner. Couple of things. Heard from Real. They're the people that do the transportation in B County. This court worked with them to have a piece of property to build a new warehouse and stuff on. I heard from Real, they were not selected for construction at this time, but they're looking at a Plan B, putting in some temporary buildings, so I don't know where we are on that, but that's the latest I've got from them. Gwen and I were asked to join the Pettis Education Foundation, and this is a brochure that they put out raising money for Pettis schools. It's very, 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 very good. Some of the ideas they have are fantastic. I can't go into too much detail right now, but it's going to be good for Pettis. It really is. Also in Pettis, the court approved for the environmental people to do some work at the Pettis Community Center. That's continuing. They're selecting a paint. We've talked about the color paint for the outside of the building, to paint the inside also. They've done the ceiling, the floor is done, the roof is done, so they're coming along. They're doing what they said they'd do, at no cost to the county. So, and then I'd like to do a shout out, if you will, to Ben Ramirez in the auditor's office. Take you back to last October. We came before the court and asked that 7 lights be upgraded from the high-pressure sodium to LED. All of them on Highway 181, with the exception of the one near the community center in Pettis. It dragged, and Ben stayed after him and stayed after him. He was like a little banny hen, just biting at him. And it is done now, and he got it done. And also, I want to shout out to our Commissioner Tino Oliveras. He got with his people with AEP and pushed them on his end, so it is done. If you're driving on 181 now, the first 2 that you'll get to is 2824, where it comes into 181. I know this is going to sound strange, but when you drive up there, you better have on sunglasses at night because it's bright. And we did West King Lane. We did the in Toledo. We've done the one in North Street in Pettis. We did the one at the Dairy Queen in Pettis. It is on a 14-foot mast. I know Ben told me he specifically asked that be longer mast for more light. So Ben did a great job, man. You need to pat him on the back. He's done good. He's like a bulldog. He won't turn loose. And then Tino, thank you, sir, for your help. Yes, please, go ahead.
No, when you're done.
I'm done.
You're done? Okay. So, yeah, thank you for allowing me to do a return here. Yeah, recap here. So, yeah, also the Jamaica this past weekend, I want to thank everyone that came out and support the small community. Their donations and everything that went, is very, very much appreciated. Mm-hmm. Also, again, kudos to Ben Ramirez for also assisting. So in Skidmore and a few other areas, we're going to have some new lighting in some strategic safety areas. So hopefully within the next week, hopefully sooner, you'll see some bright lights in some unsafe areas. So they'll be going up here pretty quick. And Commissioner's right, this has taken a long time, but we've approved it last October,
yep.
And we'll get it up and coming. So it's coming soon.
With government, persistence is very important. And don't forget something, because it'll just slip away if you do. Anything else, Commissioners, before we go to public comment? And thank you all for your comments. They were excellent. Go to public comment. Does anybody have public comment they'd like to go to the dais and tell us about something exciting or something not exciting? Please.
Yes, sir. As a concerned citizen of Papalote area, I just want to know if there's been any more updates in regard to the meeting that Mr. Commissioner Olivares held at the fire department. The people are still very concerned, a lot of unanswered questions, and hopefully there'll be some long-term solution other than let's drill wells. I mean, that's all you hear now. And the community of Papalote is against all these wells being drilled. We're the only community that doesn't have any water, supplied water from the city or anything like that. So I think that we need to look for some long-term solutions other than let's drill a well. So that's my only concern. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Anyone else? I'm going to take the liberty of jumping around on the agenda. We have two items that relate to the district court, and we have a district judge with us, and we know she has other things to do besides listen to us pontificate. So we'll go to item number 8, approve request to use the county courthouse on Saturday, May 30th, 2026, for the swearing-in ceremony of newly appointed 156 District Court Judge. Judge, you have the floor, ma'am.
Well, thank you very much. The governor did officially appoint Mr. Bauer as the 156th for the remainder of Judge Flanagan's term, which will be through December 31st of this year. And then as the prevailing candidate in the primary, he will be the 156th judge as of January 1st of 2027. And so his investiture will be May 30th, and he would love to be able to do that in the county in which he is a resident, which is B County. And we are very much hoping that the commissioners will open up the courthouse for that very fun event. He is planning on having the investiture at 11 a.m. on the 30th, and so he would request that the courthouse be open from 10:30 to noon. And I do understand that entails some expense. There probably would need to be some security and air conditioning. And I was joking with Commissioner DeWitt about that earlier this morning, which is why I bring it up. But that is our request, that the commissioners allow the courthouse to be open on May 30th for the investiture of the new B County District Judge that will also sit in Aransas, San Patricio, Live Oak, and McMullen.
Gentlemen, do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
And that'll be
Second.
from 10:30 till noon on that date?
Yes.
Sorry.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Know John to have it open, and then the bailiffs.
We need to let John, and if you'll let John know, Mr. Bailiff, sir, and have the bailiffs here for security.
That's it.
Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Passes? No dissent? So that one's done, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Let's now go to number 12, approve creation of new bailiff position for courthouse security. Madam District Judge, you have the floor.
Thank you. Commissioners, I'm sure you're aware that we have a very busy court schedule in B County now. We often have 3 courts going at the same time with our county court at law, Judge Hardwick, with one of the district courts, particularly if we have juries going on that week. And then we also will have the Attorney General's Court going, or CPS. And we simply are stretched too far with just the 2 bailiffs. And we've begged our sheriff. He's been very, very accommodating, and we would really appreciate it if the commissioners could approve a 3rd bailiff for the purpose of security during these, I will tell you right now, very high-tension court events. A lot of them have family law matters, and the emotions run extremely high. And so for the security of those, not only in the courthouse, but also the community at large, since sometimes it gets a little beyond the courthouse doors, we're asking for an additional position.
Madam
And
Auditor,
if the sheriff has anything he'd like to add, I'm happy to defer to
Please.
him.
is this something we need to do immediately? Okay.
Sheriff Randy Aguirre. Yes, we had talked about the extra bailiff position. I know as of right now, we have Caitlin Jones working as a bailiff, but that's going to be temporary because I believe she's going to be offered a job out of town. It's a couple of months down the road. So we're using unused salaries right now to pay for that position. And we're hoping that with the next budget, that we'll be able to create a new bailiff position, just because, like the judge said, we have so much court going on. Sometimes the 2 bailiffs that we do have or had in the past, they're tied up in the courtroom, and there's nobody downstairs walking around, seeing what visitors come in. So it's a big security issue, and if we had a 3rd bailiff, then maybe we could have a bailiff roaming around the courtroom, just for security purposes. So that's why we hope that we can get a 3rd bailiff created next budget.
So basically, we need to approve the bailiff we're doing now, using salaries, and one in a new budget.
Yes.
Do we have a motion, gentlemen?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Yes, sir. Yes, please.
Whoa, the money,
Yeah.
the monies.
So for this interim, until the end of the
Right.
fiscal year, there is unused salaries that we can tap into. As far as the new budget, I would not recommend doing anything in the new budget until we get there. And that can, of course, be discussed and further reviewed. But I wouldn't put anything in there for the new budget. right?
I'll amend my motion to let the sheriff use his unused funds from his current budget for this new position.
Can we do this, just a thought? Can we approve that one, the unused one, and then the other one pending the budget?
Yes, of course. yes.
That way it's on the record that we are approving it pending budget approval.
That's probably what he was gonna do.
Yeah.
Going forward.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, I'm sorry. Go for it.
No. Motion to approve the new bailiff using the pending funds, and then also to consider it in this new budget to add the position on for the next coming fiscal year.
Perfect.
And I'll amend my second.
Yes, sir.
Chief?
Commissioner, if I may, the auditor and I, we've spoken about this as well, unused salaries, and then potentially pending a full-time bailiff spot. Before you make a decision, you need to know that hiring peace officers right now is extremely difficult. We've had openings basically since the sheriff took office in January 2025. Available openings and our turnover has been a little bit heavy. So being able to fund this position just for a few months and fill it for a few months is going to be difficult without being able to carry it over into the next budget. So just keep that in mind when you make your decision.
We're going to talk about the next budget here pretty quick, so.
Yeah, it's coming up. like
And I know
this
we're
month.
on the bottom of the pay scale for all the
Yeah.
surrounding areas.
So just because if you
Next month.
Yeah.
approve this today, doesn't mean we'll be able to hire a bailiff tomorrow. So it's going to take some time, sure.
But at least we'll be getting started.
Right,
Okay.
right.
So we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion by anyone? Yes, ma'am.
The LIC will be submitted next Commissioner's Court.
Okay. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Unanimous. Thank you, gentlemen. Madam District Judge, I know you have things to do besides listen to us.
Yes.
Thank you for being here. Yes, ma'am, please.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Judge Bauer.
Let's go back on our agenda now to item number 7. The following items are of administrative nature. The Commissioners Court has been furnished documentation on each item, and all such items may be acted on by one vote without being discussed separately unless requested by Commissioner or County Judge.
Move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Anything that we need to,
No, unless you have any questions.
I looked through it, I didn't see anything that caught my
I didn't see
eye.
anything.
Yes.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Carries unanimous. Thank you, gentlemen. I think we're number 5 now. Approved request from Serenity Counseling Services to the courthouse grounds, to use the courthouse grounds for their annual Chalking for Mental Health event on Saturday, October 17, 2026, or Saturday, November 7, 2026, from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. We have Ms. Melissa Gobert.
It's
Is
9.
going to tell us all about it.
Commissioner,
It's 9.
it's item
Nine.
number 9.
Number 9, I'm sorry. I was close. What did I say?
5.
Backing up.
Everybody caught up.
Move forward.
Item 9.
Where's 5?
I've got a few visuals
Going
here
back.
for you guys. The first is just a flyer, just with our date, October 17th. I know on the other agenda it says November 7th or October 17th. We are going to land on that October 17th date. We had the thought of combining with the Market Day, but we all decided it was just going to be a lot because Market Days has been expanding. So we're going to land on that October 17th date, pending your approval. This is our 5th Chalking for Mental Health event. We've had great success in the past. Thank you for your collaboration in the past. Y'all have been just so welcoming and just so willing to work with us, so thank you very much. We're asking for the same thing, which would be just permission to use the courthouse premises, as well as the sidewalk, which is where our chalking would take place, the chalking art competition. And then also the use of electricity and water. We'll have our porta potty hookup and a hand washing station as we have before. And we'll be blocking off our same streets, so we'll have St. Mary's, Corpus Christi, and then Washington, of course. And we'll just spread with informational vendors, and we'll have a few local events. We're going to do a Beeville's Got Talent this year, which we're very excited. Just to pull in lots of different age groups and categories, and just support mental health and raise funding. Of course, that is a goal of ours. All funds go directly toward paying for counseling sessions for people who are in need. But it's also to raise awareness and let people know in our community they are not alone, and we have a lot of resources here available to them.
And you'd like both dates approved?
No, just the 17th is what
October
we're asking
17th.
for, but I appreciate that.
And for the record, that's Melissa Goldberg. You'll be, you are. Do we have a motion, gentlemen? Any discussion, any motion?
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Those of us that have attended these, some of the artwork they do is fantastic. It is fantastic. So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Approved. Motion is approved unanimously. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for being here.
And I forgot to mention, on the very last page, you're going to have the color run map. We are going to start the day off, as we have the last few years, with the color run. And so the map for that, for you to look at, is in the back. And of course, we collaborate with the fire department, and they are very gracious to hose off all of our color powder from the run with that. But it's going to be the same layout. And May is Mental Health Awareness Month, so please reach out to those that you know. We are so willing and welcome to work with anyone who needs someone to talk to.
Yes,
So spread the word.
Thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
We're on number 10
Number 10 next. Item number 10, thank you, gentlemen. We're going to approve the expo request for arena fee waiver from Beeville Little League for closing ceremonies on May 25, 2026. We have Michelle Pettis. Would you like to address the court, ma'am?
We use the Expo Center, the arena.
If you'll identify yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Michelle Bettis. I'm the president of Beeville Little League. We've used the arena the past, I can't even remember how many years, for our closing ceremonies. We request the arena due to the fact that we have over 500 kids in Little League. You times that by 2 parents, grandparents, whatnot. It is the biggest place for us the most convenient place for us to host it. So we do request that you guys allow us to use it on the 25th. Yes, we do know that is a holiday, but that's about the only day that we could squeeze in before our All-Star season starts.
Gentlemen, do we have a motion?
So moved.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second with a comment?
Did you schedule already with maintenance and with Wally to get that
Yes, sir.
arena packed and everything else for that?
Well, I did all the paperwork that she told me I needed to do.
Okay.
Candace or Candy?
Candy.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
But the maintenance out there still needs to be notified to pack the arena or get it ready for that event. If not, they'll have it all dished up for the 4-H people.
Okay. I can get with Wally. That's not a problem.
Right.
I have all his information.
Exactly.
Because it'll
Yes.
be all tilled up.
That's correct. Yeah, get with Wally, please,
Okay.
as soon as possible.
Yes.
Because that's right down the road.
I know. Yeah, I can get with him today.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All
Thank
those
you.
opposed, same sign. Thank you, ma'am, for being here, Ms. Pettis.
Number 11.
Number 11, thank you. Approve mutual aid agreement for cooperation on law enforcement efforts between various Texas counties and agencies.
Can't have fun, you know.
Yeah, I tell you. Do we have a motion?
So move, sir.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Sure,
All those in
for-
favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Pass unanimously. Congratulations, gentlemen. We have no executive session. Did I miss any?
No,
I got it, I got them?
we went back to number counting, so that was good.
Okay, we did number count. We have no executive session. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Item number 13, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any discussion about adjourning? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. We are officially adjourned. Thank you for being here.